Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here. Now do me a favor, if you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing to the channel, guys. I try to put gaming content out like this on a regular basis, and if you guys enjoy this video, do me a favor, please give it a thumbs up. Now with that said, today's video, I want to show you guys an update to my Nintendo Switch collection. Now, if you haven't seen any of my videos or been following my channel, about 3 to 4 months back, I put out a full 2-part video cataloging my whole Nintendo Switch collection from launch up until that point. Now, since then, it has grown significantly. Now, if you haven't seen those videos, definitely go check them out. Part 1 shows all my Nintendo Switch consoles, accessories, big box games, all that kind of stuff. And the second part shows the rest of my physical games, which there was over 100. I forget the full count, but I want to say it was like 110 or 120, something around there. But regardless, I want to show you guys the rest of my collection since then. I got a lot of stuff to show you guys, so we're going to jump right into it. So stick with me and let's check out this collection. Alright guys, so let's get started. As you can see, the first thing I'm showing you guys is a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. This is something that I recently picked up. I really like these controllers, and I thought it was time to pick up another one. I currently have the first release of this one, and I have a Smash Brothers Ultimate one that I got in the Smash bundle. But I thought it was time, so I picked up another one. This one is still sealed. I haven't opened it yet. So that's my new accessory. I don't really have a lot of new accessories besides this guy right here. I did wind up picking up the Pokemon Nintendo Switch Lite, the Zacian and Zamazenta edition. Now, I'm pretty happy to have this. I really do like the Switch Lites. This is my second one. I do have the turquoise one as well. And with this console, it makes it 5 Nintendo Switches that I currently have. And I also winded up picking up Pokemon Sword and Shield when they launched. On launch day, I had the dual pack pre-ordered, which also winded up coming with this like banner or whatever you want to call it, banner flag, which is pretty cool. And then on the back, it has the Galar region. So pretty awesome stuff. Definitely happy to have this and add this into my collection. And I also winded up picking up the collector's edition strategy guide. I really always liked having strategy guides. It's kind of unfortunate that, you know, there's something pretty much of the past now, but I still like them, and I like having a physical book that you can reference, so I was happy to pick that up. So let's see, moving along here. Now, I already had this, but I picked it up because it was just so cheap I couldn't turn it down, and that is the Starlink Battle for Atlas bundle with Fox McCloud's R-Wing. This thing is absolutely awesome, and for $9.99 what they were selling these for, I definitely could not walk away from that deal. Especially when this thing first launched, I paid $75 for my first one. So really happy to add that to my collection as well. And with that, there was also deals on all these ships. So I got this guy, the let's see what this is called, the Pulse. I also winded up picking up the Neptune, and these were $9.99 or $4.99 a piece, which blew my mind. I forget what the original price was for these. It was anywhere between $15 and $20. So to see this drop so low was a must-buy for me. And I also winded up picking up the Nadir and the Lance ship as well, which I thought was pretty awesome. These are really nice looking ships, and I would have never paid full price for these, so just the fact that they were so cheap, I couldn't turn them down. So throw these to the side and show you guys the accessories that I got. I got some extra firepower for the ships. So I wound up getting 2 weapons packs. I would have got more, but these were hard to find, especially at that price. It seems like they were just sold out. I was lucky to get these at a GameStop. Everything else, the ships and everything, I bought online. The only ones that I didn't wind up getting was like the Target exclusive and the GameStop exclusive. Which the GameStop exclusive, I want to say looked like just like this one, the Lance, but I want to say it was green in the back. I wish I could have found it, but unfortunately I couldn't. And I also winded up picking up the pilots. Now these were also just a couple dollars. I want to say they were like $2 a piece, I think. Something like that, but definitely a really cool looking, you know, just to have in a collection, to have all this stuff together is really cool. So I was really happy to pick this stuff up. Alright, so moving along here, the next was something that kind of blew us all away, I want to say, and that was Ring Fit Adventure. This is actually really fun, and you definitely can get a good workout from this. I know in Japan, these things were sold out like crazy around Christmas. They absolutely love this unit over there, so really cool. It's actually sold really well. I want to say it's sold like 2 million units or something. That information just came out, so good job for Nintendo. And something I recently picked up for my son is the Undertale Sands plush. Now, this is something he's been playing with, so I just put it in the box for this video. But I actually bought him another one of these. I was going to keep this one, but when I was at work, him and my wife seen this one and thought it was the one, so they ripped it open. But that's okay because I got another one coming. So pretty sweet. This actually comes with a digital New Game Plus. I already have the physical version of this game, but I thought it was cool just to have the Sands plush. My son loves Sands, so definitely a bonus. Alright, so another collection that I recently got was the Sikyo Shooting Stars Alpha Collection. Now this is something I'm currently waiting for the Bravo collection to release. I already bought it, so it's just waiting for it to be released. So this is a really cool collection of arcade shoot-em-ups. And I absolutely love shoot-em-ups. This is a really nice collection. It comes with 3 CDs with all the game's music and art cards and like a schematics book that shows basically the drawings of the like bosses and like I think stage designs and stuff for one of the games. And another game that I actually bought for my son is Race with Ryan, Ryan's Toy Review. I actually bought him the big box of this. It came with a little race car. I want to say I got this at Walmart. I don't know if that bigger box was like a Walmart exclusive, but I made sure I got him the one that had the car. But he definitely likes this, and I got my daughter Little Friends, Dogs and Cats. Now, Nintendo doesn't have a Nintendo Dogs or Cats game, so this was the next best thing because she absolutely loves this kind of stuff. So I thought that'd be cool to pick up for her. And then just moving in to some of the games that I got. I got a ton of games. I got Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Shovel Knight is absolutely awesome. It's a retro 8-bit style game. if you haven't played this, definitely look into it, check it out. Really cool. And Guacamelee 1 and 2, really cool game as well. Definitely something worth checking out. A very popular indie game. I definitely like the art style to this game as well. Really, really cool. And we got Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster. This is a real nice Final Fantasy game. Definitely looks awesome in HD. I like how they released all these for Nintendo Switch. I thought that was really cool, and I want to get more of these, but this is currently the only one that I have physically. I do have Final Fantasy VII digitally, and I also plan on getting that physical from overseas. So happy to have that. And let's see, we got Trine 4, the Ultimate Collection with Trine 1, 2, and 3. But I bought this pre-owned, and unfortunately it didn't come with 1, 2, and 3 because it was a download code. So I winded up doing the next best thing. I bought Trine Series 1 through 3 on a physical copy. So now I have all the Trine games physically. So absolutely awesome. I'm glad that I did that, because these are really, really cool games. And one that I recently just picked up, cannot wait to play this, probably do that this weekend, and that is New Super Lucky's Tale. This was originally released on the Xbox, which I have played. I just haven't played this version of it, which they said is almost like, not quite a new game, but kind of close to it, because they just redid so much stuff in this game. So definitely looking forward to playing this. And I just picked up Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fire Emblem Encore. Another game. I have this on the Wii U, but I haven't played it yet. For whatever reason, I never got around to it. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing this on the Nintendo Switch. And I also have another great game. This, I think, is one of the best games on Nintendo Switch, and that is Luigi's Mansion 3. This is a must-buy for the Nintendo Switch. Absolutely amazing game. In my opinion, this is the best Luigi's Mansion game. They just did so much stuff right with this game. It looks gorgeous. The gameplay is fun, and the level design is just absolutely fantastic. And they give you a ton of multiplayer. So definitely worth a pickup if you don't own this currently. And the next one is Dragon Marked for Death. Now, this is one I haven't played yet, but this is one that I kept eyeing up, and I don't know how many times I almost picked it up. So I was really happy that I did finally get this. And it looks like something that is just completely up my alley, something that I'm gonna like. Looks like just some really great 2D platforming with some just beautiful pixel art. So that was Dragon Marked for Death. And this next one is Into the Dead 2. I was looking at this game, another one that I wasn't sure about, but I decided to go ahead and pick it up. I thought it was cool because it also comes with Night of the Living Dead and like Ghostbusters special content. So I thought that was really cool that it comes with something a little extra in it, especially something as cool as Ghostbusters and Night of the Living Dead. And another one I picked up was Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. Now this is a strategy style RPG. I definitely like the strategy style games. They're definitely a lot of fun. Just like Fire Emblem Three Houses, absolutely love that game. And like Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, another fantastic game. I just really enjoy stuff like this, so definitely a lot of fun. So moving in to the next group of games. I have Aladdin and the Lion King. Now this is the retro edition that looks like the Sega Genesis. This is something that I got at Best Buy. And I also picked up the one that looks like the Super Nintendo version. So really happy to have waited on getting this and found this version of the game. Now, I didn't even know that this was going to even be a thing at all. So when I seen these, I was just blown away and had to have them. And I couldn't make up my mind of which one I wanted, so I just decided to go ahead and buy them both. Because they are so cool looking. And they were just something that I just had to have in my collection. Absolutely awesome. So I'm really happy to have picked these up. And another great game on the Nintendo Switch is The Witcher. This is an awesome game. If you've never played The Witcher, definitely go pick it up on anything. It's definitely worth your time. This Nintendo Switch version isn't the best looking by any means, but it doesn't look bad at all. And playing this in handheld is just absolutely amazing. Just to be able to play it in handheld is amazing, and it looks great in handheld mode. It's a little bit blurry on the TV, but it's fine. It definitely, it's not a deal breaker by any means. So I highly recommend this game. If you haven't played it, it's everything you heard it is, and then some. So definitely worth picking up. And I also picked up Gungun Pixies. Now, this is something I seen, and it just looked like something I didn't know what it was, but I had to have it. They had this behind the counter in the drawer. I accidentally seen it, and I was interested. I didn't know what it was, but it looked interesting, so I picked it up. I did a video on this game. If you're interested, go check out that video. It's just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just really weird. Just a little inappropriate for sure. But I wasn't expecting what the gameplay was, let me tell you that. And I picked up another one at the same time called Raging Loop, the Day 1 edition. Now, I haven't played this yet, and from what I understand, this is like a visual novel. So it definitely looks cool, the anime art style, so it definitely intrigued me. So I wanted to pick it up, and eventually I will give this a try. But I like when they have these big boxes. I think they look awesome, and I just wanted to have this in my collection. So on to the next one, we have Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. Another game that I had to have. It just looked like so much fun. Now this is an HD version of an older game. I believe that was on the Wii. A lot of fun. Could make some people dizzy or nauseous from the just the screen moving really fast. But definitely a lot of fun if you're not susceptible to nausea and stuff like that from fast-paced games that move the camera around a lot. And I also recently picked up River City Girls, basically a kind of spiritual successor to River City Ransom. This is a really cool beat 'em up. I love the art style in this game, and I had to have it. It just looked like a lot of fun, and it definitely didn't disappoint at all. Just the gameplay is a lot of fun. It looks gorgeous and got good music. It was just definitely worth a pickup, especially if you like beat 'em up. So I was really happy that Limited Run put some of these out at Best Buy, and I was able to pick one up. And next, Ninokuni, a really great game. I'm still currently playing this. I really like this game. I've been taking my time with it. I absolutely love the art style. I heard so much about it, and everything that people said, they were right. This game is gorgeous and definitely a lot of fun. It really has a sad story to start out with too, but it definitely gets better. So worth your time though, for sure. The next one is Children of Morta, an indie title. Now this is definitely a pretty cool indie game. The way this game is structured is kind of odd, but in a good way. I really like the battle mechanics and the upgrade system. You use multiple characters that you gain as you play, and you seem like you're constantly upgrading. It's actually a rogue style game, so nothing's ever exactly the same. Definitely a good game and worth putting time into if you like indie style games like this. Or the next one, Ferris, another just really over the top indie title. This one is got like heavy metal playing. It's just got a really cool pixel art style. There's another game that made by the same creators. I think it was called like Slain Back from Hell or something like that. I don't have that one, but this is from those creators, and this game is really cool. The music in it is absolutely great, and it has some fast, like just really fun gameplay. I really like this game. And the next one is Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. This is, in my opinion, the best Mario and Sonic's game. I love the way that they did the 2D mixed with 3D. It's just awesome. It has like a story to it that's interesting, to say the least. And I just really like what they did with this title, instead of it just being just the mini games. And the mini games are fun and they look great. I mean, you can play Luigi and like Sonic and all these guys on a skateboard, a surfboard. I mean, you know, I don't think you could really want much more than that. And we got the Duck game. Now, this is my son's current favorite game. He absolutely loves this game. It has some quick jump in and out gameplay where you just jump in, kill each other, and move on to the next round. Definitely a high octane game, very fun. Like I said, he really enjoys it. You get to upgrade your duck and wear like crazy stuff, sombreros, jazz hats, all kinds of weird stuff. It's definitely a unique game, and you know, definitely worth the pickup, especially if you get it like cheap on the eShop. I think you're gonna have fun with this game here. And the next one is Penguin Wars. Now, from what I understand, this is actually like a, I don't know if it's quite a remake, but from an older Penguin game. It's basically Dodgeball. A Dodgeball Plus kind of game, I guess you would call it. But it's definitely not bad. I did have fun playing this. I was playing this with my son, and we were definitely having a good time playing this together. Especially if you like couch co-op and stuff. If you have kids, this is definitely worth checking out. And a game that I had to pick up when I got it on a discount is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Now, I do have Let's Go Pikachu already. I bought at launch, but I didn't buy Let's Go Eevee, and I really like the Pikachu game, so I always wanted to get the second one, so I was trying to wait until the price was right, and I got it when the price went down, and I was happy because Pokemon games always seem to be expensive. And that is the same thing with the next one, Pokken Tournament DX. Now, this is a game that I have on the Wii U. It's definitely a lot of fun because you can just straight up battle with the Pokemon. This was a game that came out right around the system's launch. I always wanted to get it, but I didn't want to pay full price, especially because I had it for the Wii U. I did want to have all, the deluxe version of it with all the characters and stuff, but I waited for it to go down in price, and I actually wanted getting it at a GameStop when they were going out of business. So I winded up getting it for a discount, and I was happy with the price I paid for it. Okay, so moving on to another stack of games here. We've got Origami Shadow Edition. Now, I really like the art style to this game. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Breath of the Wild, mixed with just like anime. Definitely really good looking game, and it's got like it's like a stealth kind of game. So if you like stealth style games, definitely check this one out if you can find it. I used to see this kind of all over, but I really haven't been seeing it around. So some of these games you don't really see much anymore. And another one of those is Cat Quest. This is another game that I seen a little bit when it came out and really haven't seen much of it. I winded up picking this up used, and I got it because I didn't see it for a while. And this is a game I was always interested in because it kind of gave me like these like hack and slash, somewhat Legend of Zelda vibes, even though I don't think it's quite like that. I still haven't played this one yet, but I need to check it out myself because it definitely doesn't look like a bad game. You know, it's a budget title, so I mean, you could probably get this game on the eShop pretty cheap, unless you can find it physical. I don't know what this game goes for. I don't think it was that much. And a recent game I picked up was Killer Queen Black. I was just seeing this game everywhere, and it made me want to pick it up. I haven't played it yet because I just recently got it. It does remind me of the duck game, so I want to play this with my son and you know, just see how similar it is. It looks like it might be a little more involved, which would kind of be good because the duck game can be a little simple to keep playing over and over. So I think this is definitely something that I'm going to be playing with him, maybe even this weekend. And the next one I got is Helmut. The Badass from Hell Helmut. This game is fun and addictive. I have been playing this on my breaks at work. Now and again, this is one that I dive in and out of. It's another one with a rogue style where the levels aren't always the same, and you die a lot in this game. It's basically a twin stick shooter, and you get all kinds of different weapons and stuff, and you're constantly upgrading. Definitely a lot of fun to play for sure. And this was a budget title, and I was shocked when I seen this physical. But definitely worth a pickup in my opinion anyway, especially if you like twin stick shooter games. And the next one is SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy, a game that I wanted to pick up at launch because I know SNK does make some really good fighting games. So I was always interested in picking this up, even though, you know, you do upgrade the women mostly, and you know, that's not really my thing. But I do like fighting games, so it was something I wanted to have in my collection, especially because I am a fan of SNK, so it only made sense for me to pick this one up. Another one I got is Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Now, this was an older game that came out on like the GameCube, and I want to say the PlayStation 2, you know, maybe the original Xbox possibly. This is a game in HD that I've been wanting to play. I still haven't played it yet, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out. The gameplay looks like a lot of fun, and you know, these older games that get remakes, there's a reason they get remakes. They were good games, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. And when I seen it physical, I had to snatch it up right away. And moving on, some shooter games or some space kind of games. Everspace Stellar Edition. I haven't played this yet, but I was waiting for a physical copy of this because I was keeping my eye on this game since it was announced on the eShop and released. It looks absolutely gorgeous. A really, really good looking space game, and this one has rogue elements as well where nothing's ever completely the same. So if you like, you know, games like Starlink or you know, just games where you're flying around in space, like I said, kind of like Starlink, but you know, like I said, it's got rogue elements, so a little bit different. You're gonna die a lot. But definitely, in my opinion, this game is worth checking out. And the next one here is Raiden 5, the director's cut. And I have recently been going out and trying to get all the shoot 'em up games on Nintendo Switch that I can find, because they are always wind up being really rare down the road and very expensive if you want to play them. So I figured I would go out, try to find them now while they were retail price or just a little bit over. And right before I got that one, I got this one, Cyvaria Delta, another shoot 'em up game. Like I said, if you see these games, you might want to pick them up right away, not even wait on them, because you may not see them for a good price again. Because I had to search for both of these games. They definitely were in stores, I want to say pretty steady for about a month each, and then they just kind of vanished. And when I realized they vanished, that's when I was like, wow, I want them, and I couldn't really find them, so I had to chase them down. And another shoot 'em up I looked for this game since the Switch launched was Cinemora X, and this is an absolutely fantastic game. I love this game. It has a time mechanic where you can slow down time, and you pretty much need to, because it has almost like some bullet hell elements where, you know, it'd be impossible to dodge some of this stuff. So you need to slow down time to survive. But definitely a fun game. And another one, if you see this, you might want to pick it up. I don't know, it's not common around where I live. When this came out, I seen a lot of people had this, and I'm like, where are they finding this? Because I could not find this to save my life. But really happy to have added those 3 games to my collection. And now we're going to get into the last pile of the games that I have picked up since I did the last video. And let's see here. So the first one here, I couldn't remember if I showed this in the videos before, so I'm sorry if I did. I can't remember when I picked this one up. Is Penny Punching Princess. I can't remember because I haven't opened it yet. Now this is a game that I remember when it came out, I was eyeing it up for a while, wanted to pick it up, and it seemed like I kept missing it. And then I finally found it and snatched it up right away. So I was real happy to add that to the collection. Pretty cool game. It's definitely got some unique mechanics with money where you can buy enemies and stuff. It's definitely kind of comedic in a way. Definitely worth looking into if you're into indie games. And the next one is My Friend Pedro, Blood, Bullets, and Bananas. This is a fun game. I actually also have this on my Xbox. That's where I've been currently playing it, so I haven't actually opened this copy yet, but definitely a fun game, and you know, just kind of quirky. I mean, with the banana and stuff, you know, it's just weird, but definitely kind of a cool game. Definitely worth looking into as well. I really like indie games, if you can't tell. And the next one is a game that my buddy said about it being hard to find, and he was right, and that's Gianna Sisters Twisted Dream Ultimate Edition. Now this is a game I also have on the Wii U as well, and I want to say I have it sealed on the Wii U as well, because this is a really good game. There's like a light and dark kind of side to each world, and it depends which sister you're using. But definitely really cool, and this was a game that was out. I seen it for like a month, and then it just disappeared, and it was when my buddy had said something about, you know, it just not being around and he can't find it. That's when I was like, you know what, you're right, I'm gonna go get it. So I did that. So thanks a lot, Steve, for bringing that up to me, because here it is. Really, really good looking game. And the next one here is the Forager. Now I was happy to see that this got a physical release, because I was eyeing this game up on the eShop for a while. It definitely looks like, you know, some just fun gameplay. There's a lot of crafting, and you can basically keep unlocking parts of like the world, and you just keep crafting stuff. It just looks like a ton of fun. You know, this obviously comes with some free stuff inside, posters, stickers, and all that kind of good stuff. I love when they put this stuff in there. Another budget title. You can get this real cheap on the eShop, but definitely worth checking out if you've never heard of it. I was like the only one that pre-ordered this game. It was weird. It's like nobody heard of it. It was like, man, everything I heard about it was good. So when this came out a couple of months ago, I was like the first pickup. And moving on was, let's see, is Jam and Earl Back in the Groove. Now this is a game that's representative representative of the first Jam and Earl game. It's awesome that Limited Run put this out because this game has some other meaning to me. Me and my sister, this was the first game on this Sega Genesis was the first game that we actually beat together. So, you know, you always had that bond then with a game when you beat it with somebody when you're a kid. So definitely a lot of cool. She actually bought this digitally for me on PS4 when it first came out, just so we could play it together. So that was really nice of her and really cool. So I really wanted to have a physical version of it. I slept on it. I seen it one time at Best Buy. I didn't get it, and then I didn't see it again for a long time. And as soon as I found it, they had one copy like 6 months later, which was just recent, and I snagged it up right away. So really happy to add this just really quirky game into the collection. Jam and Earl are just some characters. And the next one is something I ordered from Limited Run directly, and that is Celeste. I tried to get the collector's edition, but it was sold out before I could get my credit card information in there. And I actually had my alarm set to start as soon as it went up for sale. So that's how fast that this game's collector's edition sold out. So that was crazy, but I did wind up getting a copy of it with this cover art from Limited Run. So still really cool, and such a great game on the Nintendo Switch. Even though it's free if you have the online, I had to pick it up because it's just such a great game, and that is Tetris 99. This game is awesome, absolutely awesome. I think it's one of the best games on the Nintendo Switch, and definitely worth picking up the online just to play this. Honestly, if you're a fan of Tetris, you have to play this. This game is so addictive. I've spent so many hours playing this, so many late nights. I actually had to stop playing it because it was taking up too much of my time, because it's just, the gameplay is that addictive, and it really makes you get into Tetris. I started watching like championships, NES World Championships and stuff after playing this. But I was always a Tetris fan back from even the Game Boy days. And moving along here, the last couple games I got, I recently picked up Dragon Quest Builders 1. I do have Dragon Quest Builders 2, and it is an excellent game. So good of a game that another one I had to stop playing because it was taking so much of my time. I just couldn't stop playing it. There was other games I just wanted to play, and I would have never played them because I was so hooked on Dragon Quest Builders 2. But this first one, when I found out that this is like getting really hard to get, because I thought that was weird, but it makes a lot of sense because it is a great, game. This is the first one, and it came out earlier in the Switch's life, so there's probably not a ton of these, not like there will be of the second one. So I was like, you know what, let me get it because the value of it is holding, and in the future, if I want this game, I'm probably going to have to pay more for it. So I was like, you know what, let me just get it now while it's basically a little under what it was when it came out. I got basically a pre-owned copy, so I got a little bit off of regular price. Not much. But definitely worth checking out. If you're a collector, you might want to jump on this now because you might not have many chances to get it at a decent price. And the next one I got is Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition. Darksiders are absolutely awesome. I just had to have this game. Just a blast. Now I do have these all of the Darksiders games already on other consoles, but I did want to have them on the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully we'll get the third one. I don't know if it will run on the Switch, but I'd like to see them put it on there. I'm sure they could get it to run if they tried. And who knows, that could happen in the future. And the last game I'm going to show you guys in my collection is Darksiders War Masters Edition, the misprint. This is something that I had to have. I think the cover art looks just absolutely awesome on this with the just straight black. I almost wish this one was just all black too, but they messed up. And when this first came out, I was going to pick this up day one, but I just didn't make it out to the store. So, you know, and then I seen it and it looked awesome. I was like, never even noticed it was all black until I heard other people talking about it. And I was like, wow, why didn't I go get that? Because then I couldn't find it. Or I would have had to drive, you know, a couple towns over or something for it. And I just didn't have time at the time. So I never picked it up. Well, recently I figured, you know what, I'm just going to get it now before the price jumps up. I got it and the price immediately jumped up. So I was glad to pick this up for what I paid for it. But absolutely awesome, guys. What do you guys think of everything I showed you? Like I said, this is just what I got in the last couple months since I did that full-on Nintendo Switch collection video. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What stuff did you like the most? You know, what stuff do you guys want to get? What do you have plans for in the future? I know coming up, I also had pre-ordered and already put down some money at GameStop for the new Nintendo Switch. The Animal Crossing one, I think the colors look awesome on that. I just am totally digging the like island vibe and the pastels. Some people hate it. Some people love it. I definitely think it's unique and different for the Switch. I like that the dock is not black for once, so that's a cool thing. But what do you guys think about that? But let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear your guys' thoughts. And like I said, if you're not subscribed, think about subscribing to the channel, guys. I try to put content out like this as much as I possibly can. But if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one, guys.